Overdose!
Oh, yeah, he's not laying that one up.
Hugo Gonzalez with 2 of his 8 points as he was one of those fresh faces that popped in this one. Celtics win their preseason opener. Final score 121-103. Celtics postgame live. Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg, Eddie House with you here. Eddie, I'll start with you. Big picture thoughts on what you saw in these first 48 minutes.
Well, I thought everybody that came out played extremely hard, like I said, at halftime. They all played with a purpose on both ends of the floor. I think the one thing that and Scal kept harping on it, and I think Forsberg, you might have hit on it in pregame, was the fact that we gotta rebound the basketball. That's going to be something that's going to be we don't want that to be our Achilles heel, but we have to get better at rebounding. And sometimes it doesn't have to always fall on your big man. You have to gang rebound at times. But I love what I've seen from Hugo. I've never seen him play before. But you always got to trust Brad Stevens and what he brings to the table. And I thought Boucher played well. There's a lot of guys that came out there and gave great effort.
Yeah, I think this checked a lot of the boxes, right? Like, Jalen looked great from the start, played with great pace, looked like he's in midseason form, even had a little two-handed shove, got a little frisky out there. I'm sure Joe loved that. Derek White with the assist. You know, you wanted to see that, the steadiness from your veterans, but invariably, I'll go back to the newcomers because they were the big question mark coming in. And I walk away with a ton of hype. Like, you could hear Ugo Mania running wild out there. You could tell there was some buzz in camp about the way he played. They had a video of him playing spike ball, and he's diving on the ground, trying to keep balls alive. And you can see it translate now on the basketball court with the way that he plays. And the whole newsroom lit up when he made that little deflection at midcourt and went the other way. So I will overreact to one game, and I really like what I saw from him and Minott and Garza. All these guys look like they can help you kind of form together a second unit. Like Eddie said, rebounding concern, we got to see what it looks like when Kate is out there, when you're looking more full. But, man, for the first night, I feel really bullish about these guys and what the Celtics can do to put together a second unit.
All right, you mentioned one of those names right there, Luca Garza, one of those newcomers to the Celtics team. He's actually standing by with Abby Chin back at the FedEx Forum.
Luca, congratulations. Convincing win here. First game of the preseason coming off a tough camp. What did you see carry over?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, I think we really played with a lot of pace. That's something we've been trying to work on in practice, but, playing with pace, but playing with a high level of awareness as well. And not just playing fast, but playing smart and playing hard. So I think we did a really good job of that through the whole game.
Solid outing for you as well. A double-double, got to the line, feasted in the third quarter. How did it feel?
It felt great. It's awesome to put this uniform. This is an amazing opportunity for myself, and I'm just excited to be a part of the Celtics and do whatever I can to help the team win, man. All glory to God.
Brian Scalabrine, our analyst, praised your timing on setting screens. How has that developed for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of my, biggest skills, and one thing I can bring to this team is help get guys open. We have so many elite players, especially off ball screens. When you talk about Peyton, Anthony, JB, obviously Derek White as well. Like, you got to get them open, and so it's all about time. It's all about hitting them at the right time, getting them a little bit of separation to get downhill. Because when they do, our offense just goes, and we can get so many different types of shots.
Finally, all eyes on that battle in the front court. What did you guys learn about each other? It felt like the chemistry was on display already.
Yeah, it's a battle, but, we're a team, man. All three of us guys are working hard every single day, and, it's iron sharpens iron. Every day in training camp, every day, every game we approach, we're a team out here. We're a unit that's going to go out and compete against the best bigs in the league, and we're going to hold our own.
Luca, thank you. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Abby. 10 points, 10 rebounds for Luka Garza as the Celtics take care of business in their first preseason game.
Best Luka in the league.
They get the Raptors coming up on Friday in Toronto, and, of course, we're still 2 weeks away now from the regular season tipping off. But we're going to send it back out to FedEx Forum. We got Drew and Scal standing by, and I heard you guys, Scal in particular, at the beginning of that second quarter, that group really getting things moving. But your overall thoughts, fellas, on what you saw here tonight?
Yeah, Tommy, I thought it was really impressive, at least at the start when Jalen and Derek were out there and they were playing fast. They were playing the way that we kind of expected them to need to play and we're kind of hoping that we would see. And I thought the new guys were really impressive, Scal, especially Garza and Minott.
Yeah, I'll go Garza, Minott, Boucher. I thought that his energy and that group, every time Boucher was in, it felt like the team was playing a lot harder, making the hustle plays. getting defensive rebounds, running the floor. So a lot of good things I saw. We know that Derek White and Jaylen Brown are going to be sensational. Those aren't the question marks that we have this season. The question marks are the front court players. And some guys today, answered some of those. But, I know it wasn't against Jaren Jackson Jr. or Zach Edey. But we're going to find out throughout this season. But I'm optimistic about it.
Yeah, with Garza, do you see him as more of a 4 or 5 in the modern NBA?
I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I do know that when he plays 5 offensively, he's not only good for himself, like rolling to the cup, he's also going to be good for everybody else. Like knowing how to screen, when to get out of a screen, all that screen timing stuff is really next level, and it helps guards. It helps wing players get it going. There's going to be a lot of guys that are going to call Luca Garza over for a screen so they can get downhill, and he just has like really good timing of coming off of that. So I think that's an advantage. I know he could shoot the 3. We didn't see a lot of that today from him, but I'm not sure if he'll play 2 bigs, double big lineups, and he could be an interchangeable with like a Boucher playing 4 and 5.
For sure. Well, you talked about Luke Kornet screening all the time. I think that was probably the most underrated part of his game and why he was so impactful out there. And we saw Luka Garza do a ton of that tonight. And then you said it's a little bit of Kornet and a little bit of Al Horford in his game, which has got to be exciting for Celtics fans. He's got a little Kornet. He's not quite as tall as Luke, though, so Abby doesn't have to hold the mic quite as high. But Luka Garza, I'm telling you, man, he's an impressive guy, and it's nice for him to finally get his chance to maybe get some extended run, because when he was with Detroit and with Minnesota, he barely played. But when he got minutes, he always performed.
Yeah, I just think that in modern NBA, when you have a bunch of wings and guys that can shoot the 3 and take it off the bounce, you just want a guy that can screen like that. Ask Eddie House when he plays with me how easy it is to play. You don't have to. We don't have to ask anybody else. You got a guy right there in his closet, and he's going to tell you playing with Scal makes life easy.
In his closet, yeah. It's just like broadcasting with Scal Giles. It's so easy when you get to be next to this guy and on the same team.
All right, fellas, and also appreciate the Northeastern talk at the end of the game there. Northeastern basketball, making its
Giles,
way in.
You're the gambling in Northeastern guy. Set the spread.
So what's the spread on that
I think it'd probably be higher than 22. Forsberg sitting next to me. We're looking at it like, it seems a little low. You're talking about NBA players. Come on, man. 121-103, your final score.